Yeah, what is the typical Stokes number or range of Stokes numbers in
Yes.
atmosphere clouds here, like in clouds?
Ranges from 0.1 to 2 or sometimes maybe 5.
Okay, okay.
It also depends on the sun. For a 50 micrometer droplet, it's close to 2.
Okay, okay. So maximum Stokes number is around 5, maybe, like uh, just order
Depends on
5.
what size range you are interested in.
Okay, okay.
So normally people are interested in size ranges of 10 to 50 micrometer because that is where the main challenge is.
Okay, okay. Uh-huh. And I have another question, like
So as you can see from here, it depends on a square. So
okay, yeah, yeah.
yes.
Okay, I have another short query. So, like these clusters which are formed, so normally do they move together like for a long period of time, or like how large is the cluster compared to your domain size, and like largest cluster, how large is that,
Yes.
and
So
how
as you can
coherent is that in time?
right.
Do you
So
also
these
expect this?
clusters, okay. So these clusters are typically of the order of Kolmogorov length scale.
Okay,
They are so one dimension. The smallest dimension of these clusters is comparable with the Kolmogorov length scale, and
okay,
how much they are correlated in time is not at least studied in detail, but there is belief that they should be of the order of tau eta because it's a small scale.
okay.
They are basically due to the operations
Mm-hmm.
which
Okay, okay, okay. And what is the largest cluster size which you detect roughly? Because in turbulence, in like boundary layer turbulence, the people talk about very large scale structures, like coherent
yes.
structures.
So large scale homogeneities are also there,
Okay,
but what I study is the small scale clustering. So only
okay,
below eta. But if
okay,
you look at these plots, for example, the top panel, you see these large scale homogeneities, and people have studied them, and they can basically go up to the inertial range.
okay, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Thanks, thanks.
Okay, I'll ask one question from my
Yes.
side. So you said that there's a collision rate is by these estimates, by classical estimates by Turner and Chapman, it is
Yes.
too small.
Yes.
So now with your new model, is it resolved? I mean, what is the collision rate, corresponding collision rate now with your? How is it modified? This formula?
So right. So now, even now, if you do it with this one, so what we get is almost an order of magnitude. So we try to estimate it for some Stokes values, and you can get an increase of order of up to 1 order of magnitude or maybe 2 order of magnitudes. But it is believed that even that is not enough because you see this is mean collision rate.
So
So
how does it? This formula changes in what way?
so
You are
right.
calculating.
So here, if you look at these two things, G of sigma and V.
Uh-huh.
So G of sigma is the radial distribution function.
Mm-hmm.
So that is shown here, for example, right? So this you can see on the y-axis. There's almost slightly, maybe slightly less than, or but almost an order of magnitude change for Stokes number 0.69.
Okay.
If you look at for a given value of r, which is like 10 to the minus 2, and if you
Mm-hmm.
go up, you see that number of particles. There's a change of 10 to the 1 order of magnitude here.
I see.
So there will be a difference due to this. And then there is a difference in the mean relative velocity, which is a few times, not much, but 4 or 5 times that was there due to the uh, Chapman Turner. So in total, there's a change of almost more than an order of magnitude in the mean.
I see.
But as I said, mean might not be enough. So there are like, it could be because there are fluctuations in the relative velocity. So in one region of space you may have higher relative velocity, and then there you may form some larger droplets faster, and then those larger droplets can eat up the small ones much faster. So people are thinking about such things, and they call it lucky droplet model.
Actually, last week there was a talk, so I made a comment.
Yes.
I think it is applicable here too, I believe.
Yes.
So, well, at least this formula is kind of classical formula, Rutherford scattering formula, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in turbulence, this particle is not stationary. It is, in fact, jiggling a lot. So we should not plot like A, small a. Well, your video is too small, so I will not turn on my video. So we should look at RMS velocity. So velocity is jiggling a lot. So we
Yes.
should look
Yes.
at RMS velocity, and that may be much bigger than A
Yes.
squared.
No, so this collision formula is actually true for any suspension which is not interacting with it. If particles are not interacting
No,
with each other, so
my
if
question,
you have
my point is
a suspension of hard spheres, they are moving with any flow, any velocity. So this collision rate.
No, my point is in a turbulent flow, you should not apply the formula.
Yes,
That's what I
yes.
meant. We should use, so I would say instead of this A squared, A should be the RMS velocity. This particle is jiggling. So find the RMS of the velocity field of this particle. Distance, RMS distance. So
Yes.
if you take a
So
picture,
you see RMS distance, if I average, I'll get a constant. I mean, then I'll not have a R dependence on it.
are you sure? I mean, the RMS velocity is
because
much bigger than.
If I average, yes.
I see. So let's discuss it a bit later. So Rodin has a. So okay, I mean that was my thing. Okay, let's discuss. Rodin has a question. Rodin, please.
Yes, hello everybody. Thank you for very interesting result. Oh, exactly this slide I would like to ask if I'm wondering what is the fractal dimension could be of this distribution of the particle, and if it is related to fractal dimension of the dissipation field of the turbulent flow. Do you know it, or so have you any idea about that? Fractal, do you know? It looks like it could be like a fractal, and would instead of
yes,
calculating
clustering is fractal.
What is the dimension Hausdorff dimension, for example?
Clustering is fractal, and so this correlation dimension, there is some relation between this correlation dimension and fractal dimension, which I don't remember now, but I think for you can relate it them. So people normally in this field, people normally study the correlation dimension instead of the fractal dimension, but you can also study the fractal dimension.
Actually,
okay.
Actually, it has been computed for.
And to the second part of your question, how it is related to the fractality of the or multifractality of the turbulence, that is not known.
Would be nice to know. It might be related this to topological properties. Thank you.
Actually, the numbers. I mean, just continue with Rodin's comment. These numbers are known for isotropic turbulence, for dissipation rate. You can just look at the number and compare with your numbers. So that could be the thing to do. But
this thing depends on Stokes number. Yeah. So yes,
I mean,
I agree.
I don't know. I mean, you can just have a look.
Yes.
Okay. Any other question?
Yeah, I have one small question. So, Akshay, what is typically Reynolds number, like typical Reynolds number in your flow? So, are your results dependent on like Reynolds number if you go to fully turbulent, or yeah, like, so what is typical Reynolds number based on large scale, large length scale in the flow?
Right. So what I found is a very weak dependence on the Reynolds number, though I could not have a very large range of Reynolds number.
Okay.
But whatever I had, I found a very weak dependence. So if you normalize your relative velocities by the Kolmogorov velocity of that flow and your separations with the Kolmogorov length scale of that flow, then there's a very weak dependence.
Okay. So like they're typically like very fully turbulent. You are in fully turbulent regime, kind of.
This one, my RE lambda was around 130, and in some cases I could go up to 160 or something like that.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, thanks.
Okay, I think if not, I think we can close the seminar, but we can continue to discussion, informal discussion.
Sure.
So, is there any other question from the audience?
Body.
Okay, okay, thanks.